to another episode of Conversations with Matthew and Sarah. How are you, my love?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing great, thank God. It has been a while since we posted an episode, so just wanted to kind of get back in the swing of things a little bit. And can't guarantee that we'll be consistent after today because we actually are in countdown to the wedding mode.
Countdown mode.
And, you guys know that we live in Dallas, Texas. We're getting married in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to take all the planning and the logistics and all that good stuff. I have my wedding dress.
Got the dress, got it in, and the veil.
Yeah, got the wedding dress, got the veil. So happy about that. Didn't really take a long time to get my dress. I just was looking online, thank God for technology, and then ordered it online. And when it came in, it fit perfectly.
Yeah, it was good.
So super happy about that. My mom is ready as well. And for those that, shout out to those that will be joining us. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you. As for those of you that know, this is probably the simplest planned wedding in history. I did not want to complicate it at all. And yeah, we'll be getting married, God willing, on the 2nd of March. Your thoughts, baby?
Yeah, no, I'm just going to say I got the suit. We had a checklist that we've been going down through. We still got to get the rings, which we're doing that this weekend. Yeah. Or at least going to look for them. Still have a few little things to do, but we've been going down this checklist that we're checklist people, so we've been going down the checklist with getting the wedding dress, getting the suit, getting the shoes, getting the venue, getting our plane tickets, hotel tickets, things like that. So we're all the way down to just the last few things we need to do. But no, it's been going well. I mean, it's been an easy wedding. It's not going to be nothing too crazy, too fancy.
No, not at all. We are not going to be having a formal reception. We're not covering any guest expenses. So we'll be having the wedding and then going to eat afterward. Everyone would be covering their own costs. So yeah, very, very excited about it. We did have a wedding shower. Our church threw us a wedding shower. It was very, very nice. I was so appreciative because I really didn't expect it. And we've gotten some great gift cards.
We did, good gift
to
cards.
Lowe's. We went to the Olive Garden today.
Yeah, used the gift card. Had the Target. Got a bunch of good stuff. Got some good presents, too. Just had a good all time. Played some games. Got asked a few questions. Some of them were...
Oh, my goodness. So there was this one question that the question was, I'm trying to remember. Who is more enthusiastic about the wedding? And the thing is that we had like our backs facing each other, so we couldn't see what the other person was doing.
Come on, help me, people. Okay, when somebody asks you a question of the two people, you haven't talked about this before. Two people, who is more excited to get married? There is not a definite way to answer that without talking about it.
Yet somehow I lifted up both of my hands.
And I didn't lift up a one.
Yeah, so that was a thing. So now Matthew likes to just ask the question randomly while we're at home and then put up his hand.
Because I am excited to get married, but the question wasn't who is excited to get married. The question was who is the most excited to get married. And that is... And they asked another question I didn't raise my hand on. It was just, who fell in love first?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I put up my hand for that one. But I did. I think that they were the first questions. I think most of them were very happy to see how we responded. Because the first question was who asked who on a date?
Who said I love you first?
And that was definitely Matthew.
Definitely you can answer questions.
Yeah. And, just on that note, because even though I lifted my hand on who fell in love first, it was very important to me, guys, that I have had to purge the old, what I believe now to be nonsensical feminism belief of, sexual liberation, go out there and ask a guy on a date, go out there and tell him you love him first, go out there. Like, I had to really put all that to bed many years ago. And so it was important to me that no matter how I felt about Matthew, that he took what I believe is his role as a man to take initiative, to show the interest. It didn't matter to me how I felt. If he wasn't the one that was initiating, if he wasn't the one asking for exclusivity, if he wasn't the one saying I love you, I just was not going to do it. And it wasn't a point of pride for me. It was more really wanting to, I guess, honor God as best as I could. And so, yeah, it worked out.
But still, that's a hard question to answer when you're in a setting like that, is who fell in love first. Because you got to talk about this stuff. I mean, when exactly, I mean, I'm just nitpicking a little bit. But the way my brain operates is, definite yes, no answers. But questions like that is, that's hard. That's hard to talk to justify. But it's just a game. And we had a ball playing it. Of course, those I didn't raise my hand because I don't know. And the preacher's wife said, I figured Matthew would have a problem with those questions.
You would get hung up on
because I was just like, okay, who fell in love? I don't know.
First or the most or who's most excited.
But anyway, I am excited to get married, and I did say I love you first, so I did answer that question correctly.
Yeah.
And I did ask her out on a date.
That's true.
First.
Yeah,
but we're just excited about the wedding. We know we haven't been on here a while. It's been a little while. I had a business trip last week in Michigan, very cold anyway. So a little deeper voice today, a little sick still from that trip up to Michigan. But we're just getting back, trying to get back in the swing of things. We're back here, just letting you know, the next few weeks may be sporadic with our videos because we'll be doing a lot of things here with the church and with ourselves and just trying to get everything together before we go. I think it's 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
Plus you got my birthdays during that time too.
That's
you got
right.
Valentine's Day coming up, which we're not Valentine's celebrators, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
well, I mean, how would we know that?
I've never really celebrated Valentine's Day.
I think the thing is that Valentine's Day was, I'm not a big it depends. I'm not a gift giver. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I can celebrate all day. I will go to somebody's birthday. I will buy their meal. I will buy their drinks. I will do that. But in terms of like going to buy them a gift, I'm just not a gift giver. So I guess in that sense, I'm not a big celebrator. In terms of Valentine's Day, I don't think we ever really addressed that. I'm fine one way or another, which is not a trick question. I know that in like culturally, they say, oh, when a woman says that, she really means she wants something. I'm good. Like, just
we go out on date nights, so I just don't want Valentine's to be anything other. To me, it's always been, it's very crowded. I don't like crowds.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if we do celebrate Valentine's Day, I always like to do it either before or after, and not on Valentine's Day. I would rather just be me and her watching TV or something. I don't know. I just have never really been a huge Valentine's Day celebrator, I guess. I don't do the cards and this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, never.
I don't know that I have either. I mean, I guess there have been moments where there have been some exchanges of gifts and like show of appreciation. I guess that's nice. But the thing about Matthew and I have so much security in my relationship that if there was something happening on Valentine's Day, that would be nice. If there wasn't, it's not an indication of it. Because every day, this is going to sound cheesy, but oh well, it's the truth, I feel like it's Valentine's Day every day.
That's why I look at it.
When it comes to my relationship, when it comes to us, like, I feel secure. I feel confident. I know he loves me. He knows I love him, and so, yeah, I think it's nice to do something if you want to, but if you don't want to, it shouldn't be a big deal because you should feel secure every day. Now,
I can honestly say I haven't thought about it because my whole thought process has been on, one, the trip to Michigan, and now that I got back from the trip to Michigan, it's been the trip to Georgia.
Uh-huh.
So I haven't really thought about Valentine's Day until we just said it here, that it is coming up in 2 weeks.
I mean, I guess think about it or don't think about it, babe. It doesn't make a difference to me. What I was going to say is that it's probably really easy for us to say that because I think to a lot of people we're in the honeymoon phase or something. We haven't gotten married yet and then, of course, there's the cultural stigma of, like, marriage is, like, the worst thing that could ever happen to you. But, yeah,
so like what is y'all's thought on that? Do y'all Valentine's, if anybody comments, do y'all Valentine's Day or do y'all not Valentine's Day?
I was about to go in a completely different direction. but
where you going?
I was gonna say something totally different, but yeah, I'm sorry.
I just want to question. I mean, because I've never really been a big one. I've just always thought, I'm not going to be one of these people that beat on the thing and say it's just made up by the Hallmark Corporation to sell more cards or anything. But I don't know. I've never really been the big Valentine's celebrator. I always just try to show my love every day to you.
Yeah.
And I don't think a specific day has to be the day that I go out and fight the crowds. And I mean, we went to the mall and got frustrated yesterday because it was crowded. But so I don't know. But yeah, go the direction you want to go.
Yeah. So I think that what I wanted to say, kind of getting Valentine's Day out of the way, is I think that as long as we take this thing day by day, things have been going well. However, I believe that the only reason they're going well is because we love Christ more than we love each other. Mm-hmm. And that needs to be a consistent thing every single day. And just one day at a time. I mean, whenever I think about the one thing that I've done consistently for a long period of time, I think about my sobriety. I used to be a very big pothead, and however controversial that may be to the world, as if in terms of it not being such a big deal or an addiction, well, that's you and God bless you. It was definitely an addiction for me. And I've been sober from that, clean and sober, for almost 17 years. So, and all that happened one day at a time. And that's kind of my attitude with this relationship. When I think about us, I'm like, hey, we've been together 5 months. That's not a long time. I understand in the big scheme of things. Given everything that Matthew and I have gone through, it's a long time. Yeah. I mean, a lot of things could have happened that could have broken us in that moment precisely because of the way our lives have just really meshed together. But I'm really grateful, and I'm ready to take this ride with you. And yeah, I'll echo your Valentine's question. What do you guys think about Valentine's Day? I will say this though about that. I think that for somebody like me who's not a gift giver, who tends not to really care too much about that type of stuff, whenever I do have a feeling and inspiration to want to give, it's because something really means something special to me. Right. It's so much more. It's something that's really coming from my heart, and that doesn't happen too often. I'll go out with friends, and like I said, I'll pay for their meal, I'll pay for their drinks and all that, and I'll provide a gift in that way. But in terms of like feeling inspired to authentically give, as a person who's not a gift giver, it takes inspiration, a special type of inspiration for me to want to give. So if I feel that way on any occasion, then I'll do that. And, who knows? Maybe Valentine's Day will be that. Maybe it won't be. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll have to see, because I hadn't really thought about it.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about February 27th is when we fly to Georgia.
That's right.
Trying to make sure we have everything ready for that week.
Yeah. Get the marriage license and all that.
Get everything. We got to get our rings.
Yeah, we gotta get because I have to get mine like customized to fit with my engagement ring. Yeah, with my engagement ring. So, all right. Well,
all right, everybody.
This is good. Yeah, it's nice and short. I don't have anything else to say.
I don't.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all have a good night. Bye.